All right, trappers, good Friday morning for you. Had one coon at the first two sets I checked. Had a beaver right down here at the pond. Hag slide wire still alive. Didn't know how good he was caught, so I just went ahead and dispatched him. I didn't film it. He's right there. One of them, somebody didn't like him. He had a little chewing on his belly, which is kind of odd. Usually it's on their back or something. But anyway, we're here at a little ditch that goes down to the pond back, or not the big one, but the pond back there. Got a crossover, very faint, and it goes right there where that coon's sitting in that DP. Baited with Molicious with a little fish oil on it. Anyway, we'll get that feller taken care of and we'll get on down the line. All right, we just had that one coon and we got another one. Same set, same everything. DP, Molicious, little fish oil around it. He's just coming up out of the ditch, which is the same ditch if you traced it on down. Would have been where I just caught that other coon. Got another coon set right over there, but from here I don't see anything. But anyway, just going up to this pond. Nice little quaint pond. But we'll get this fella taken care of. And not a bad looking coat coon down here in the south. These are coat coons. Even in the better fur boom 12 years ago or so, they still only averaged about, I think they were 7 or 14. I know it's a big difference, but I can't remember. Most years when the furs were something, I'd average about $5-6 on these guys. Used to, of course, keep the fur and the meat. Had a lot of carcass buyers here, but I sold to 4 different ones over the years, and now all 4 of them have passed, and no one has taken their place. Sad, sad dealings. Anyway, we'll get this boy taken care of and on down the line. We are down at one of the places set up yesterday. This is where I filmed up around that corner. We can see the stuff going in the water where that beaver chewed one of my blocking sticks in half. Really thought we'd have something up there, and I was wrong. But coming down here, this smaller ditch joins into this bigger creek, and it ain't much bigger really, but when I was coming down the bank, there's a secondary beaver dam, I guess, and what you call that one. On down the creek here is where I put in a set on the dam, a caster set, empty bucket, and then there's a hole there. Looks like skunks or possum are going in. I'll put a 280 in front of that, just try to keep them out of that empty bucket. But yeah, we definitely got a little fur floating here of some sort. I'm walking in their channel. I mean, it's really grooved out. So gotta put one foot in front of the other because of this hard bottom. It's almost like otter hair versus beaver hair. This beaver. It is a beaver. Little tiger. He's way wired way over there, and he wants to stay right in the channel. He just doesn't want to get along. Some of them are like that. Of course, with all the sign, I knew we were messing with a family group of some size. That it just wasn't a couple 2 or 3 year olds. But that definitely proves it. All right. And now my empty bucket back up here was messed with. If I'm holding her, I seen from a distance. So hopefully it turns out to be something other than a possum. I guess on a good note, I didn't see anything really right there. And if you have a cat, if you caught cats, you know they kind of hold still till you ride up on them. So hopefully there's one hiding over there. All right, safety's off. Right back in. We'll get him to the up there to the buggy. Go on down there a little ways and see if we can see what was in that empty bucket. Anything exciting? I'll get back to you. Okay, got over here, felt around. The trap is not in its bed anyway, and I don't feel it on the slide wire anywhere. So maybe we got us something. Let's check this out. I feel weight. Oh yeah, look at there. Oh, that's a big one there. At least a 3-4 year old or better. Front leg caught, front foot caught, and old TS. Yeah, not the mama. We'll take it. I was gonna say, I don't know how this set would not catch. I mean, to me, this set will catch as long as there's a beaver in here to be caught. Well, don't go messing up everything. One thing I don't like to do is any unnecessary disturbance. Wow, lightweight beaver set that off. That's pretty little stout pan tension there. Come on. You all the way up. Let them offset of the trail a little bit. Ready for the next customer. Nice crossover. I mean, that's picture perfect. There's nowhere else along this dam they could cross over, really, even if they wanted to. Maybe right there if they wanted to go around, but yeah, they're using that. I expect to see several more beaver and hopefully a couple otters. All right, get on down the line. Okay, we're at another one of the bridges. They actually just had to redo this one. It's over one of the bigger creeks here. It used to be up there where you see the leafy tree in that channel set. We caught the beaver yesterday. From here, I don't see anything. And I put a new channel set up above it, and I can see the trap there. So I know that one doesn't have anything, but we'll get up there in a minute because we have to take care of Mr. Wiley Raccoon. Or is it Ricky Raccoon? Whatever. Anyway, we'll get him taken care of and get on down the line. We are at, we call it the CRP fields. That's what this is here. This used to be, when I first started trapping it, all open field. It was actually a golf course. You can still find remnants of it here and there. Anyway, yeah, it grew up in CRP, and their CRP in Mississippi is different like ours in Missouri anyway. They can let it grow up in the brush and it's all good. Maybe it's a different kind of CRP, conservation's program of some sort. I don't know. But I can tell you this stuff grows up super, super fast. Anyway, got all these little crossroads coming together. My main trail comes here. I go on up through there where I caught that new rat 2 days ago. Then I come back out. Anyway, if you watched my videos from last year, I've always put a bucket right here. Last, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years, I've always put a empty bucket cubby there. It last year, I know it caught 1 cat, maybe 2. I don't remember for fact, but definitely 1. And you see the bucket here is not disturbed or anything. Trap's gone. And we got somebody over here growling at us. Not a big feller. Kind of a smaller one. I'll take this off my head so I don't knock it off in the brush. But our front, he's a little bigger than I thought. They're just so flat furred down here, they don't look big. I mean, he's probably a 2-year-old, maybe 3-year-old. A little bigger than I thought. But yeah, they're so flat furred down here. Kind of a nasty little critter. But he'll tighten the drag. You see the chain. I got it hung here in a tree. Anyway, do a little demo here. If you can, at this angle, right between his eyes, if you did actually kind of an X from his left side to his right ear and vice versa, about where that meets, you can shoot there and kind of up under when he's looking up. It'll almost be a bloodless kill. Quick, easy, and bloodless. Anyway, we'll get him taken care of, get on down the line. Here's the remake. You can see trap, pan, totally exposed, little 7 guy, little polygraphs here just to make it more of a walkthrough appearance. Now, I'm not using any bait in these. Trap, little cat urine, which brings me to another point here in a minute. Got some lure up inside there, and then my stick up here with some bobcat beaver caster lure on it. Now this is a little contradictory to what I said in my coyote trapping, like at a dirt hole set, where you don't need bait, lure, or 2 kinds of lure down in the hole, because that's all focused in one spot. Here, it's not focused in one spot. You got him coming over here to sniff that, coming up here. Usually I think they're going to hit this first, but I don't know. Come up here to hit this, go way over here to hit that, and then get the smell out of there. So it's 3 different areas, and that's what you want. You want the cat working as much as he wants to smell whatever he's interested in the most, to give him plenty of time to step there, which normally I would think, as you've seen, the bucket wasn't disturbed, would be when he first walks up here, because that's the most comfortable place to stand. One other thing on my bloodless kill I forgot to mention. I'm sure somebody's like, well, I use a catch pole, choke mine down, very humane. They're dispatched quickly. That is true. The reason I don't do it, and here's just shows the shot. There's hardly blood coming out of there at all. They're done on the ground. I didn't do anything but carry him over here and lay him down. Actually, it's a her, I think, but real quick. But the reason I do it is, that's Tom. When you choke them down, they will always pee out. That's all urine collected from trap bobcats from out west and the 2 in Missouri. If I choked this one down, it would have peed out and I wouldn't have any. I'm hoping it has a good full bladder. Shoot him in the head, that keeps him from peeing out. Now this one would have had good color if it would have been probably caught somewhere else. Now what I do with these is when I put them in here, I always keep the butt up, and that's why I'm laying it like this, because that's uphill a little bit. I don't want them to drain out. So bobcat urine I can't express enough that if they said, well, you can only use one attractant, what would it be? Hands down, it's going to be bobcat urine. And my beaver caster does great. Beaver caster lure, there's other things in it. I keep them separate, kind of hard to see, but that says cat, and that's my beaver caster. I put other things in my bobcat caster base lure to get a little more traction. But anyway, it would probably still be urine, hands down. They just, it's gold on the bobcat line. Anyway, enough yakking. Let's get to trapping. All right, just around the corner from the coyote set I just fixed back up. Again, this is where I had the beaver yesterday, and then had the coon on the crossover over there in the 280. Foothold still set. Looks like maybe there was something up here. Instead of going over there, they come over here, so I'm gonna actually block this off better. I mean, that's wet. And that little mud streak I don't think was there yesterday. But the culprit might be that fella right there. So we got a beaver right there in this 280 that had the coon. Find the cable here. Decent size one, not huge. Probably a 2-year-old, but anyway, we'll get him out of there. Well, there's been a lot of fighting for a young guy. Look at his tail. His tail is just eating up. That little flap on there, when it's old, it's healed, but man. All right, we'll get him out of there and get it reset and on down the line. As trappers, don't we love pleasant surprises? This here location, let's talk about otters going through here. Otters got yesterday. I just set it up the day before. Picked up that otter and this crossover going down through there, that bridge up there where we're going. I got a cat set right up there, a walk-through set, but we got the cat right here. Apparently he tried to stick his head through that 280 and it didn't work out too well for him. So, good sized cat, and unfortunately from here it looks like his belly's starting to swell up a little bit, means it's in the upper 60s. So we'll get him out of there, hopefully get him skint in the next hour or two. Anyway, pleasant surprises. Alright, what we have here is a very mud ball of a coon. Get him out of there and get that remade directly. Run down here right quick. See if we have any signs of a beaver. I can still see my trap. Go back up here and get old boy taken care of. Don't know if I pointed this out yet or not, so I will now. And I know I've said I'm using, you got one eye mudded up, Molicious as my bait. I think I showed it earlier. It's empty. Molicious DP coon bait. There it is. But that's not exactly what I'm using. I'm using the same stuff, but I'm trying out a new flavor, butterscotch. Everything that has been taken in the DPs been cut on this new butterscotch flavor. So far it's doing good. We'll report back. All right, I think this might be the last beaver set of the day. I think we was here yesterday where I threw the beaver up, rolled back down when I was making the set. You can of course see the slide rod and the trap's missing. If you look right here, there's beaver tracks coming up over around that little grass knoll. So I don't know if that's the one we caught or if we caught any for sure, but sure looking good. See if I can climb down here and fall in. Yeah, you can plainly see where he climbed up, and I don't know if he went down and got caught or he just sniffing around after another one been caught. You can tell I wore these to get that last coon out of the trap. All right, let's check this out. Uh-oh. I don't feel much weight because he was not a very big one, little feller, this year's model, and he was coming straight in like that. I didn't feel him at all. He was floating off somewhere, but there he is in all his splendor and glory. Get him up the bank where he'll hopefully stay. We'll get this one if I don't fall in this hole. Get this one reset. Been a good location, 2 for 2. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to pull this tomorrow. And all the other low ones, because they're still, as of this morning, calling for that. Now it was 1 inch, then it went to 1/2 to 3/4, and then yesterday it went back to 1 inch to 1.25 inches, and then this morning now they're saying it could be 1 inch to 1.75 inches. So whatever it's going to be, it's supposed to be a slow rain, so I hope it's not going to flood up, but I can't take the chance and leave a bunch of equipment down in the bottom of the creek like this one, because I may not be able to get to them for a while, and I don't have a while left. I think I'll be pulling out of here next Friday. Well, today's Friday, so I got 7 days. Mostly get that block going. Mostly the creeks will go down in that time, especially with no more than 1 inch or 1.5 inches rain, and especially if it comes slow. but I can't take the chance on that, of course. A little bit on here, don't want a bunch. Put it over here. I like it touching. Just barely. All right. We will see if we can go for 3 for 3. All right, the Madtrapper was wrong. We just picked up that little one in the river set. Thought that was the last trap. I forgot yesterday. I don't know if you can see the T-bone up there, but I put 2 coyote sets up there. And I thought, what the heck? I'm gonna throw a channel set in here. And good that we did, because there is some fur. And I actually was putting this in here thinking otter, not beaver, because there's no sign of beaver through here or back down anywhere. But that's the case a lot of times here. You don't know they're here, don't think they're here. You make a set and boom, they show up. I'm standing on some big rocks. You got all my sticks washed off down there. And back up there. Find him again. Not a bad size one at all. 45 pounder or so. Oh my. Them are some springs. Take that back. 30 pounder. We'll take him. Yeah, just an old simple channel set. Nothing much to it. But it definitely was enough to catch that one. And hopefully, get down there, it'll catch another one. Open them triggers up. Otters get finicky about the triggers. No. Kind of like mink. I like them to eyeball it and think they got plenty of space to get through there. Alright, safety's off. Wire out of the way. Get all my blocking back up in here. Don't want them going over here. That stick is no good. They don't take much. Alright. Let's see, what do we got left? I think it's just a handful of coon sets. So we'll get that one, get it loaded up. I gotta get back, get that bobcat skinned ASAP, or he ain't gonna be worth nothing. Take you up there and show you what I'm talking about if I don't fall and break my neck. I'll do it again. Is that one I caught in the 220 on the, or 280 on the otter crossover? Getting flipped over here. Look at how big that bucket. Oh, he's swelling up. And that's bad. He's be turning green on me. I can get back and skin him just as soon as I can. All right, clean up for today. About the same as yesterday on the beavers, 6 beavers. So today we got 2 small ones instead of just the one. And then we got the 2 cats. The fat bloated one being a large one and a much better furred one than this one. And the ones we skinned yesterday. No otter today. But that's the way it goes. And that's what we got. One other thing of interest, at least to me, maybe some of you out there are better educated on this than myself, but looks better when it's wet. Found this. I know a lot of them call them Indian stones. You can kind of see where it was rubbed out. Got a big dish in the bottom, point right dead center of the bottom. And then on the other side, got another dish. A lot of scratching, it looks like, down in the bottom there. And little point. Anyway, is that an indent artifact? I don't know. If you do, let me know. Catch you down the line.